Yo, my guy, you don't have to do anything. Not a damn thing. You don't have to provide. You don't have to protect. You don't have to lead. You don't have to listen to her, bitch. You don't have to skip the gym for furniture shopping. You don't have to do any of it. And I know that sounds insane. Like I'm telling you to just abandon all your responsibility. But here's what I'm actually going to show you. Why understanding this one truth will optimize your marriage for respect and desire, why the men who grasp this concept have wives who respect them and pursue them sexually, including offering weekly enthusiastic blowjobs, and why the husbands who think they have to do everything are the ones getting starfish sex twice a month. You've been told your entire life, as a husband, you have to provide. You have to protect. You have to lead. You have to make her happy. And I know this is going to piss off some of you. Good. You should be questioning this because for the last however many years, you've been operating like you're contractually obligated to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants. And what has that gotten you? A wife who respects you less every year, sex that feels like charity, blowjobs on your birthday, if you're lucky. Maybe, just maybe, the problem isn't that you're not doing enough, is that you think you have to in the first place. You're pulling in over 200,000 a year. You show up, you provide, you handle shit. You're a good husband and a father by every conventional standard. But here's the reality. Your wife asks you to do things you don't want to do and you do them anyway. She complains and you listen even though you'd rather be literally doing anything else. She expects you to skip the gym, cancel plans, rearrange your schedule, and you comply because you think that's what you're supposed to do as a husband. Meanwhile, she's giving you blowjobs maybe 3 to 4 times a year. Sex twice a month that feels like she's doing you a favor with zero enthusiasm. Deep down, you know something's off. My name is AD the Kingmaker, and I help high caliber husbands optimize their marriage for respect and desire using a proven framework based on years of studying male and female nature, evolutionary psychology, and what actually works across thousands of marriages. We do this without begging, doing more chores around the house, or feeling emasculated along the way. I'll show you how to get her jumping on her drawers the same way she did during the honeymoon phase. One of the tangible results we help you achieve is getting your wife coming to you on a weekly basis or daily basis, offering you enthusiastic blowjobs. If that's something you're interested in, then subscribe to my page for more content like this. New episodes released every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Central. So again, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this heat. Maybe you're thinking, but I do have to do these things. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I have responsibilities. Maybe you believe if you don't do what she asks, you're going to be selfish and irresponsible. Maybe you think refusing her requests will make the marriage fall apart. Maybe someone told you that real husbands sacrifice their own desires for their family. Maybe you're afraid that if you stop doing what she wants, she'll lose respect for you, or worse, she'll leave. So you keep saying yes when you want to say no. You keep skipping the gym for errands you don't care about. You keep listening to her complain about things you can't fix and don't want to hear about. You keep doing things out of obligation, not desire, and nothing's changing. She's not more attracted to you. She's not more respectful. She's not initiating sex or offering blowjobs. If anything, the more you do, the less she seems to want you. And you're starting to wonder, what the hell am I doing wrong? After years of studying male behavior and patterns, here's what I've discovered. Here's the truth. And this is quite literally one of my favorite sayings because it relieves so much stress from my everyday life. You don't have to do anything except stay black and die, or whatever race you are and die. You get the point. Let me say that again. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to get out of bed. You don't have to brush your teeth. You don't have to get dressed. You don't have to wash your ass. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to pay the mortgage. You don't have to show up in your son's sporting events. You don't have to listen to your wife bitch and moan. You literally don't have to do anything. Watch me sit here with a blank stare on my face and do nothing. See, I don't have to do anything. So often I hear mediocre husbands and mediocre marriages say things like, as a man, as a husband, you have to provide, you have to protect, you have to lead, you have to blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. The fact of the matter is you don't have to do anything. Therefore, everything you do, you're choosing to do. You're choosing to listen to your wife, bitch, when you really don't want to. You're choosing to be in a marriage where you only get blowjobs quarterly, even though you rather get them weekly. You're choosing to spend all this time at work going hard while not raising the standards for how the woman you've committed to treats you. Might there be consequences for doing or not doing certain things? Absolutely. But the fact of the matter is, you don't have to do anything. What you do have to do is deal with the consequences of your actions. As long as you're willing to do that, you don't have to do anything else. Literally. If your wife makes requests of you to go somewhere, to pick something up, to talk to someone, to handle a problem, and you don't want to, I'm here to free you right now. You don't have to. And the fact that you keep doing things that you don't want in order to appease her, to make her happy, to not hear her mouth, that's exactly why her attraction and respect for you are declining, my good sir. And one indicator her attraction is low, she stops wanting to give you blowjobs. It's crazy. You continually let her bully you into doing things you don't want to do. Let me free you, King. You don't have to do anything other than stay black and die. This mindset will optimize your marriage for respect and desire, guaranteed. Let's be real. You could do everything she asks of you and she'll still be upset. So you might as well only do that which you truly want to do. And don't forget, it is impossible to satisfy your wife. Her very nature is unsatisfiable. If you haven't seen my YouTube video where I speak to that at length, go watch it. The deeper truth. When you operate from I have to, you're operating from obligation. When you operate from obligation, you're operating from fear. Fear that she'll be upset. Fear that she'll leave. Fear that you're not a good enough husband. And evolutionary psychology is clear on this. Women don't respect fear. They don't desire fear. They respect and desire men who operate from genuine desire, not obligation. But AD, aren't you telling me to be selfish and irresponsible? Let me be clear for those of you who are new to my channel. Selfishness is a virtue. Self-love is self-investment. Selfishness is you doing something that benefits you so that you are improved. I believe the best relationships are based on shared selfishness. Your wife is selfish. She has no qualms about waking up, seeing something in the news or on social media or on TV and asking for you to buy it for her. Why? Because she wants it, and that's selfish. There's nothing wrong with selfishness. You've just been brainwashed to believe that it's a negative concept. But the better you become, the better version of you everyone around you gets. Self-preservation is incredibly important, and I highly recommend you start putting yourself first. Watch my video called You Must Out-Selfish Your Wife to get more context on that. But AD, won't my marriage fall apart if I stop doing things I don't want to do? If you stop doing the things you don't want to do and your marriage falls apart, that means you married a woman who does not like you for who you are inherently. She mostly likes you for what you do for her. Have you ever had a relationship with a woman where you're just chilling in your dorm or apartment or whatever, watching movies and eating popcorn? I have multiple times because these women like me enough to just chill. I don't need to provide them with anything else. She values me and access to me enough that that's all I had to do. Or maybe she just sat there and chatted for 1 to 2 hours having a dope conversation. The point is this: we liked each other intrinsically. I don't recommend marrying or entertaining a woman who does not like you such that you have to make up for the difference by buying her things and doing things for her. If you're going to do something for your wife or anyone else, I recommend that you only do that which you genuinely want to do, not what she expects of you. I'm not saying to avoid your obligations. I'm saying do the things you want to do because you genuinely want to do them. And I know you know the difference because I know you've gotten a blowjob out of obligation before in the past. And at the same time, I hope at some point in your sad life, you've gotten a blowjob simply out of desire. One you didn't have to ask for. Which one was better? The one she actually wanted to do, not the one she felt she had to give you. You get the fucking point. But AD, what's the difference between this and just being lazy, checked out husband? The difference is genuine desire. Imagine this. Let's toss aside your mediocre marriage for 2 seconds. Let's say you married the woman of your dreams. Let's say that this woman woke up every morning and gave you a fresh blowjob. And she said, honey, I just want to see you off on your day. I want to make sure you have the best day possible. I've made you breakfast. I've got your kids up and dressed for school. I'm sad to see you go, but I understand you've got to do what you've got to do for our family. I can't wait till you get back home. I want to rub your back, hear all about your day. I'm going to put the football game on because I know you don't want to talk. That's okay. I don't care what we do when you get home, as long as I get to do it with you because I value you, your time, your commitment, your leadership, your vision, everything you do for this family. Wouldn't you genuinely desire to give that type of woman the world? Wouldn't you genuinely desire to get up and go to work and provide for a woman like that? Wouldn't you genuinely desire to love, honor, and protect a woman like that? How could you not want to love and adore a woman who treated you and spoke to you in such a way? So your job as a man is to keep your wife's sexual desire for you high, such that she treats you in a way that makes you want to treat her even better. And this becomes a virtuous cycle. I'm not saying avoid responsibilities. I'm saying the truth of the matter is you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You are choosing to do these things even though you know you do not want to do them. And this is no one's fault but your own. You are in control of your life. Life is not happening to you. So here's what actually worked. Step 1, recognize that I have to is a lie you've been telling yourself. Every time you say I have to, replace it with I'm choosing to. I'm choosing to listen to her complain. I'm choosing to skip the gym for furniture shopping. I'm choosing to stay in the marriage where I get blowjobs quarterly. Now ask yourself, do I actually want to make this choice? If the answer is no, then stop choosing it. Step 2, start saying no to things you genuinely don't want to do. Here's a real life example. Let's say your wife asks you to skip your Saturday morning gym session to go furniture shopping with her, and you really don't want to. Here's what you do. You simply say no, and then you go to the gym, knowing full well she's going to be disappointed. But you're smart. You watch my YouTube videos, and you understand that disappointing your wife is a part of keeping her highly sexually attracted to you. You understand that she will bitch and moan in the present moment, but over time, this will make her respect you and be highly sexually attracted to you, because women don't respect men with weak boundaries. And the sexiest thing you can do is to tell her no and have no fear of her leaving, because you cannot lead her if you're afraid of losing her or if you're afraid of her leaving you. Okay. Step 3, only do things out of genuine desire, not obligation. When you do something for your wife, it should be because you want to, not because you're afraid of consequences if you don't. That shift in energy changes everything. She can feel when you're operating from fear versus when you're operating from genuine desire. And genuine desire is attractive, fear is repulsive. Step 4, be willing to deal with the consequences of your choices. Yes, she might get upset in the short term when you say no. Yes, she might test you harder for a while. But as long as you're willing to handle her emotions without changing your behavior, she will eventually respect the boundary. And when you keep her sexual desire and respect for you high, everything gets easier, including her enthusiastically wanting to please you sexually. So what changes when you start living from the place of knowing you don't have to do anything? You stop operating from fear and start operating from desire. You stop saying yes when you mean no. You reclaim your time, your energy, and your priorities. You go to the gym when you want to go to the gym. You make decisions quickly and confidently because you're not worried about appeasing her. You feel lighter, freer, more like yourself. Now, here's what changes in her behavior when you implement this. At first, she's going to test you harder. She's going to be disappointed. She's going to complain. She's going to push back. But here's what happens over time. She starts respecting your boundaries. She stops asking you to do things she knows you don't want to do. She starts seeing you as a man who knows what he wants and doesn't apologize for it. And that's attractive. She initiates more. She pursues you more. She starts thinking about how to please you because you've stopped being her servant and started being her king. And when her desire and respect for you is high, she pursues you sexually, including offering enthusiastic blowjobs weekly. But if you don't do this, if you keep operating from a I have to mentality, here's what happens. You'll spend the next 20 years doing things you don't want to do out of fear. You'll keep skipping the gym, rearranging your schedule, listening to complaints, all while your wife respects you less and less every year. You keep getting blowjobs 3 to 4 times a year that feel like she's doing you a favor, while watching other men who don't provide as much as you, get more passion, more respect, more desire from their wives. And you'll never understand why, because you were too busy thinking you had to do everything she asked instead of recognizing you always have a choice. You'll reach 60, 65, 70 and realize you spent your entire marriage living in fear of disappointing her. And you'll wish you understood this one simple truth 30 years earlier. If you're tired of operating from a place of obligation instead of desire, and you're ready to reclaim your time, your energy, and your marriage, click the link in the description to get access to my blueprint, How to Stop Your Wife's Bad Behavior Once and for All. Or if you want the opportunity to work with me and my team one-on-one, go to the 30dayfix.net. Just a heads up, my services are not cheap or affordable. I run a luxury boutique service and only work with husbands who earn a minimum of $150,000 a year. We're the best at what we do, and we have a 100% success rate. You don't have to do anything. Start living from choice, not obligation. Watch what happens. If this clicked for you, do me a favor. Think of one guy who you know who's stuck in a place where you were just a few minutes ago before watching this video. Send him this video. No explanation needed. One video can change everything. You just watched it happen. Till next time, I've been your host, AD the Kingmaker. Peace. Yo, my guy, if you found that video valuable, then you're not done, bro. Keep learning, keep growing, never stop. I want you to click on one of these videos over here. If you're not to the point where you're getting blowjobs weekly from your wife, you're not done. Keep watching. Click one of these. Thank me later.